actually.
Let's go!
It's too close. Fight harder. Recon's been destroyed. Tied for the lead. Taking the lead. Enemy spotted. Destroyed
Enemy contact!
Okay, welcome to a different sort of video that I have for you today. And this one is about something I do with my ranked games. I record my ranked games, even though vast majority I will never use the footage of. And from time to time, I actually take notes just to see how my personal stats stack up. And why this is helpful, and I think possibly to some of you, is I'm engaged in a lot of COD Mobile social media and groups and stuff, and I often hear people that just get frustrated with the rank grind, and they kind of want to give up the game. And I'm playing solo at the moment. I'm trying to get into Master 3 so that I have opportunities to team up with friends who are already in Legendary, which is a bit harder to do at the moment. We need a bridge for me to play to join them at Master 2. That's my drive. Otherwise, I wouldn't especially care. I like using rank as a way of just testing gunsmith build-outs and tactics and stuff like that. Solo, I choose TDM for a specific reason, and that's just I find trusting teammates frustrating. It's not my best mode, search and destroyers, but I kind of overdid it one season doing that as a solo grind, and I enjoy doing that as a full stacker with friends. Anyway, to my point here is I have these notes here that I've taken just over the last 10 games that I played. This was my 11th, lost 18 points. But you can see here, even though that last stretch felt like I was failing, actually it was pretty average for how I perform at any time with ranked. So 60% wins, 40% losses. Sometimes it's slightly more on the win side. Sometimes you can go on more of a losing streak, it seems. But on the solo rank grind of things, that's pretty normal. Now, here's the thing that I checked, which was in addition to just win or loss, I kept a register of how many points. So I could determine, how effective was just pushing on with rank. And out of the 6 wins, I finished in the top 3, 5 out of those 6 times. And the most points I got was 62, and the least I got was 40. So, you can average that out. If you're trying to do calculations as to how many games it takes you to get to the next band, you can probably split that and go it's about 50. But here's the interesting thing: 4 losses. The maximum points I ever lost was 23. The least I lost, actually, it was again, I top fragged in a losing team and I got +2 points. So what you can see here is out of 6 of those games, I got 315 points positive, and I lost 56. So I know this is all numbers and stuff, but it should be pretty clear there that the wins far outweigh the losses. So if you're feeling a little bit down and it's getting to one or two things, take a break. If you have the ability to record your footage, do that, because as you saw in a video I put out the other day, I could have easily beaten myself up even more about that, but I reviewed it and realized there were things outside of my control, things I could improve on. But even though it was my worst game of TDM ranked ever, it was really no biggie, because everybody on my team was suffering as well. It was just the caliber of opponents we got served up. A common thing I see as well, just the way school-based matchmaking is, you're going to wind up with a majority of teammates that go negative. It's just the fact of life here. You can see this game here. The bottom three went negative. Darling girl here, who was MVP, died 15 times. Probably shot down a couple more UAVs than me there to win that. Because I do think TDM's a bit stink in that I generally die the least. Here in this game here, there's only one person that died less than me, and they went negative and bottom fragged. But I do feel that the game should, without encouraging camping, acknowledge people that get decent kills and decent number of times they stayed alive. That should be rewarded. I look at things like accuracy as well. So here, 13.8%. It seems to be average for me. It doesn't sound great, but maybe check your own accuracies and stuff for TDM. KD ratio, it fluctuates. Sometimes it's much better than that, but that's about average as well. But yeah, just wanted to give you a little bit of a glimpse into how I work. I'm a note taker. Past seasons when I really wanted to grind for battle royale in the least time possible, I did the same thing. I just kept a little track. 10's perfect, isn't it? Because you can turn that into percentage really easy. And that gave me the averages of how to perform. I could sort of guesstimate how many points, how long it would take me to get to legendary. Basically, you can work it out like this. So before I lost this game, I reckon it would take, throwing in wins and losses, about 12 games to get to Master 3, which is my goal. Well, actually, to get safely in Master 3 so I don't drop out. If you manage to go on a magical winning streak, what was my best streak? Win. Three wins in the last games. And my worst loss streak was three and two. So just food for thought. Just like real sports, or any goal you're trying to track. Sometimes it pays just to take some notes so that you can review it, so you can get some perspective on how you're actually performing, especially if you're heading for a bit of a down period and you're feeling down. It can help with your mental health. It just gives you a reality check there. I mean, if it was reversed and I was losing 60% of the games, this would be my warning as well, to adjust things. But as I say, I do this stuff periodically, and I've shared this nerddom with others. I think it's why I like some of the research team stats people, Path and Signu and Hawk's Nest thrown into the mix there. On PUBG, it was Bushka. But yeah, you can see sometimes data can be useful for yourself, and hopefully, you can probably take this as an average. This is through the masters, but I bet you're probably not doing as bad as you think you are. And if you're disagreeing, okay, so you can probably go in and just check your stuff and see if that's true. And if you are doing bad, this too will pass. Maybe just take a little break. Alrighty.